Hi, my name is Paul. I'm with Volunteer New York. I'm the site captain for the Martin Luther King Day of Service, and this is the first time that MBK, my Brother's Keeper organization, is participating. So as you can see, we have an unbelievable turnout. This is terrific. And here we're doing two projects today. One is a pull toy for dogs that are being made, as you can see, out of these t-shirts. The pull toys are then going to be donated to Humane Society. And our other project, which we will be doing afterwards, is a project making sachets out of laundry soap and dryer sheets, and then tied up in these pretty little packages of material tied with yarn with inspirational little sayings on them to be donated and distributed to homeless shelters. So we're having a great time. And I just wanted to reiterate that Volunteer New York is very, very happy to have MBK participating in this year's MLK Day of Service. Thank you very much.
I think that it is important to observe Martin Luther King Day because during the civil rights movement, a lot of people were opposed to the movement, although now a lot of people have started to come out and to support it. And so with that being said, I think that it's very important to continue supporting it and just to make up for the time that was lost. I think that Dr. Martin Luther King is important to me because if it were not for him, along with other civil rights leaders, I would not have the privileges that I have today. We may be still stuck in the period that we were before.
Dr. Martin Luther King is important to us today because we're still fighting for equality.
So I'm here today because it's great to give back to the community just like Dr. Martin Luther King did. If Dr. Martin Luther King was alive today, he would be great because the injustice that's going on in the world today would be a great help from him because of the movement that he made.
It's important for me to serve today because my great-grandparents marched with Martin Luther King while he was marching in Montgomery.
Dr. Martin Luther King is important still to this day because he gives me and my peers hope and the ambition to do better and make a change in society.
We are very happy to be here today celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King with Volunteer New York and MBK to work on some volunteer efforts. I think it's important that we as a community, the older people, the younger people, we work together and we give back. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank you, God, for Dr. Luther King.
My brother's keeper. And what does my brother's keeper mean? It's about we have to look out for one another. We have to be here to keep one another and hold one another accountable. And it's really great that you took time out of your Saturday. I know there's a lot of things you could be doing today. To be able to come here and to volunteer your time is really a great way to kind of start a life of volunteering and a lifetime of service. I'm blessed to be married to, you heard Jared mention my wife, Lori Hall Armstrong, with 13-year residence and parents of 2 kids here in New Rochelle, Caleb, and Coleman. And what we really want to do is make sure that we take the time out every day to serve, because it's so enriching and it gives us so much joy to be able to give back to our community. And Lori is a true gem of this community, and she keeps us civically involved, as my parents did growing up. I am super honored to also be attached to some great organizations that really kind of go along the same framework of my brother's keeper, that really go along the lines of brotherhood and service. And so I'm a lifelong member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I'm a member of an organization called MLK as well. I am a member of a Westchester-based organization called Westchester Club, and it's all about volunteerism. So it is in my DNA to volunteer. And so again, I'm honored to be able to speak with you today. As Jared mentioned I work for BET. You've probably seen BET. I hope you have. Got some great programming coming up. So give a little plug there. And we're part of a company called Viacom, which is a media company that also has in our DNA volunteering. In fact, we were here to provide Community Day, which is an annual time that we come around and volunteer around the world. And we were right here at the Boys and Girls Club last year. Our CEO of Viacom, in fact, did some work at the Boys and Girls Club with Henry's wife, Kirsten Wanamaker, one of my college classmates and one of my colleagues at Viacom. So we're super glad to be involved in this community with my job. Let me say a few words about Dr. King. We are on the eve of the celebration of Dr. King's life this weekend. And I am, as most of you, inspired by the life that Dr. King lived. But there's some other touch points that I have a chance to be involved with. I happen to be chairman of the board of the Dance Theater of Harlem. And we were founded by a revolutionary dancer by the name of Arthur Mitchell, who in his 30s, while he was dancing on the stage all over the globe, was inspired after hearing of the tragedy and the death of Dr. King to double down and dedicate his life to teach Black children and children of color how to dance the art of modern ballet. And he did so right in his community of Harlem, right where he grew up. And so nearly 50 years ago today, in the year after Dr. King was assassinated, Arthur Mitchell founded the Dance Theater of Harlem. And I'm honored to serve their mission, which is the same today as it was 50 years ago, which is really about transforming lives. You heard Principal Richardson talk about it doesn't really take much to be able to actually change people's lives. It's just a little bit of volunteering. It's a little bit of everybody stepping up, and you can really transform people's lives in the small deeds and work you do. And it's great to be known by your deeds. And so what I'd love to do is, as we think about the work that Dr. King did, as we think about the work that Arthur Mitchell and others like him have done over the years to just give what they can give to change people's lives, I want you to think about the small deeds that you started with today and how that can serve as a seed in your life to live a life of service to others. And I will tell you, as someone who tries to do that each and every day, just how enriching that will be in your life, watching how you can change other people's lives by your own deeds. So thank you, young men and women, for coming out today and being a part of this great event. Thank you for listening to me talk a bit about how service has impacted my life. And thank you for dedicating yourselves to a life of service.
Justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And to me, that means among many other, is that your card? To me, that means among many other things, that we cannot look at our own lives alone and imagine that because things may be going well for us, that means everything is all right in the world. That so long as anyone is burdened with a challenge they should not face, that should be something that all of us take up as a cause. And I think that theme runs through so much of what Dr. King stood for and what he still means to us today. And thank you all for being here. You're really an inspiration.
Because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they have not communicated with each other. And I think that's so true. Sometimes we make assumptions about people without really knowing who they are. I think we need to all give each other a chance and give other people a chance and get to know them before you make any judgments or decisions. So to have an open mind and an open heart.
What goes is, I have decided to stick with love because hate is too great a burden to bear. And what that means is, it's just much easier to just love everybody rather than to carry hate with you because you have to bear that burden of carrying that hate. So try not to hold grudges and just be good to everybody.
Lift your head.